So as we roll out for the Bathurst 1000 this weekend, Ford, in conjunction with all the Gen 3 Mustang teams, have put out a statement in regards to parity, and I'm going to read it to you in full. Following ongoing analysis, Supercars, in conjunction with its independent CFD partner, D2H Group, have acknowledged that there continues to be disparity between the Gen 3 Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro. Therefore, technical parity has not been achieved. Unfortunately, the proposed aerodynamic changes to the Ford Mustang, which have been acknowledged by all parties involved to reduce the delta between the two models, will not be implemented for the Bathurst 1000 this weekend. The independent data shows that the Mustang will be at a continued disadvantage for the biggest race of the year, which we believe is unacceptable and not what our sport is built upon. While disappointed in the situation, every Ford team will be doing their utmost this weekend. It's what the fans deserve, it's what our partners deserve, it's what the great race deserves. We will continue working together to correct the imbalance going forward, but for now, our attention turns to the track, respecting the challenge that the mountain provides. And that's quite a statement. It appears that parity, once again, has not been achieved and has become a talking point in the sport. And it's a shame, because there are a lot of Ford teams who are doing really well this year and deserve to be competitive. And at this point of the year, it's quite a joke that there's still issues. When you have drivers like Chaz Mostert, David Reynolds and Cam Waters who aren't really challenging for wins, even the boys at, DJR, even Todd Hazelwood, they're good drivers, they deserve to be doing better than they currently are. But the results don't show that. The results do not match the effort and the pace that they are putting in. Supercars put out a statement in response, basically stating that the parity trigger hadn't been hit for this adjustment to be made at the Bathurst 1000, and as well as that, all the teams had not agreed to the adjustments before the race. And I see where they're coming from, but at the same time, it sucks for the Ford teams. It sucks for the Ford teams, and a part of me does blame Supercars. Part of me blames Supercars because they could have done better, but throughout this, a lot of me also blames the teams that were involved in the homologation period. It's not a spec series, these cars aren't the exact same, but it's clear that the Mustang has been developed at an inferior rate to the Camaro. It's clear that it's just not as competitive, and that also comes down to the teams who have developed it, namely DJR, who were the predominant team when it came to the development of this car. A lot of the blame just gets shifted aside to the Supercars, but it is worth mentioning that these teams play a pivotal role in how important the cars are, and it's kind of farcical at this point that it's only Supercars getting blamed. Yes, Supercars could do better. Yes, wind tunnel testing needed to be done, but all the other teams with good Ford drivers are sort of left in the blue because of one team's mistake when it comes to making the cars. And the worst part about all of this is we've had a really exciting season. It sucks that these cars haven't been involved in it. If you look at the championship standings right now, Red Bull aren't dominating. Red Bull are kind of on the back foot here. Even though they're still fighting for the championship, they're very much on the back foot, especially Shane Van Gisbergen, which, it's been a while since they've been well and truly on the back foot without parity being the reason for that. And even then, we've had Erebus, who have been title contenders all year long. They've been so strong, they've been so consistent and so good with two young drivers. And as well as that, we've had Team 18 get their maiden win as a team. Matt Stone Racing get their maiden win as a team. Frosty back on the top step after a long time between drinks. Jack LeBrock back on the top step after his win in 2020. It's good to see the racing this year as well. The quality has just been absurd. It's been so much better than the past few years. We've had genuinely good racing. And it sucks that still at this point of the year that we aren't seeing the Mustangs involved in it. In my opinion, it is a bit of a joke. It's a bit of a joke. Now, there's always going to be vitriol when it comes to controversial things in supercars. There's a very red versus blue mentality, and it's hard to be an unbiased fan at sometimes. But as a Camaro fan, it does suck seeing the Ford being slower. It sucks seeing supercars not doing enough about it, and it sucks seeing teams like DJR underdevelop the car. The way they've brought in Gen 3 just hasn't really worked, and it sucks as fans. And I'm glad that the Ford teams didn't back out of Bathurst. There was a plan to back out of Bathurst if parity wasn't adjusted, but for the fans' sakes, I'm so glad that we still have all teams at the Bathurst 1000. Just imagine if it was just the Camaro teams. It would have been a farce for the sport and for all the fans attending. Yes, it would have got everything done. Yes, it would have got things done, but it would have been Indianapolis 2005 for the F1 Grand Prix. It would have been an absolute joke and nobody would have been happy. At this point, I'm just a disgruntled fan. Really enjoying the racing, really enjoying the change up in the championship, really hating the fact that Ford just aren't there. That's all I got this time. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.